writer strikes, actor strikes, and Bob Iger says something, I don't know, kind of questionable. All of that right now. I'm Kent, Blue Milk Latte, and this is...
Christophsis, Meade.
And we're going to be talking all things strikes and Iger. So things in Hollywood are not looking super duper awesome. We have the Writers Guild that's been striking since around May 2nd for, yeah, at least not picketing, but they've been on strike since May 2nd. What?
No, I thought they struck later than that. I didn't realize it was all the way back in May.
They're been doing things. I think they've been picketing for not that long, but they've been on strike for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As of the time of this recording, the Actors Guild has also began to strike as well over not getting their fair share of compensation that they've been wanting. So they've been on strike since Friday, which I believe was like around July 10th or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have, reports just coming in all over the place. The cast of Oppenheimer was at one of the screenings and decided to leave mid-junket to come back home wherever they were. I think they were overseas, somewhere in Europe.
France? I think it was France.
I think so, too. I think you're right. They're back to their respective places and or going to strike. We have... Deadpool 3, also known as Logan 2. Just kidding, I don't know. We have them stopping production, halting production there. We have Christopher Nolan saying that he will not even begin to think or really even start to create his next project until both strikes are over. And we just have a lot of contributions from various actors and directors, writers, creators in support of both unions striking. So it's just a very crazy world. One thing that on the Star Wars front makes me kind of think about a lot of stuff is for Ahsoka, they usually do, for any of these Disney Plus shows, they do a little premiere where they'll do like the first 2 or 3 episodes at a screening. If this stuff is not solved by August 23rd, and it doesn't, at this moment anyway, look like it will be, I remember the last one in 2008 for the Writers Guild lasted a good 3 or 4 months, I want to say.
Well, except that last time was just the writers, and this is the first time SAG's actually struck. And so this will be interesting because without actors, like, they literally can't do anything.
Correct, yeah.
Unless it's like animated features. I think it's the only thing they can really be working on right now.
Yeah. So, with that in mind, I don't, on the Star Wars front, I don't know what that Ahsoka premiere is going to look like, if we were even slated to get one. I'm assuming so, due to all previous Disney Plus shows getting their own red carpet treatment. So, we'll see what that means with Ahsoka. We also have Bob Iger, CEO of Disney. He is responsible for actually acquiring Lucasfilm all the way back in 2012. He's been the one in charge of a lot of purchasing, acquisitions, and expansion for the Walt Disney Company. We have him saying that a lot of these demands are not really that realistic when he is kind of receiving a high salary of his own. So we'll see. As a Star Wars fan, he's recently come out and said that we can see definitely a slowing down of both Marvel and Lucasfilm projects. I think he doesn't really say necessarily on film and TV, but we're assuming that means film and TV.
Right.
Mainly Disney Plus. I think he was kind of critiquing a lot of Disney Plus decisions made within the last 2 to 3 years. He did take, he was supposed to be retired by now, but he did come back to the company to kind of right some wrongs, I think, maybe.
Well, yeah, because the previous CEO, Chapek, I believe he's the one who was there for the launch of Disney Plus and was the one who was really pushing Disney's financial future into the streaming sphere.
Yeah. So, I think it was a little bit of Iger and a little bit of Chapek kind of doing that. I think as Iger was retiring, Disney Plus was launched, and then after it was launched and it had a successful couple weeks, it was like, okay, I'm gone, you guys are good now, just don't let the ship sink. And then it started sinking. So then he came back. But with that in mind, going back to the slowing down of things, and I say this as a Star Wars fan, I say this as a mediocre Marvel fan. I'm not a fair weather Marvel fan. I do love and watch most Marvel projects. But I definitely do feel a oversaturation, at least on Disney Plus, in the Marvel sector. I don't really feel that for Star Wars. How do you feel about it, Chris?
I feel like Marvel. Yeah, I agree that Marvel is probably good for Marvel that they can take some more time to kind of really hone in on their scripts and their ideas and where they're going with their phases. Star Wars. I mean, we had a pretty steady flow of it because it seemed like every couple of months there was a new Disney Plus Star Wars thing coming out.
Yeah. Which, as a fan, is just super exciting.
Yeah. No, I'm here for it. But just like overall, I feel like maybe that the Star Wars stuff though may need to be some refocusing because it's kind of going in a direction where it's more fan service and less for the casual fan, more geared towards hardcore fandom.
Yeah. We did have Chris and I had some conversations about this. How if you look at, like, say, our moms as barometers
Right.
for these sorts of things, when it comes to, like, Mando season 1, you can jump in on that thing and really enjoy it, and you don't necessarily need to know the backstory of this character or have seen this show or read that book.
Right.
But by the time you get to Mando season 3,
There's a lot of Clone Wars
you need
stuff.
like an entire encyclopedia of things, so that you get some references, you get why certain characters have their motivations that they do, and so on.
Right, because it's not even like they're like cameo characters. It's like full blown like whole character arcs with Bo-Katan and Darksaber and Mandalore that like your average Star Wars fan hasn't watched Clone Wars, doesn't know what that's about. So
Yeah, so with all these things looming, it just it makes me, I don't know, interested to see how they will launch Ahsoka, and also, I mean, knocking on wood that we still get the live-action feature films that have been announced, the 3 films. We have the, just to go over it one more time, the Rey Jedi Order film on tap, I think is the first one out the gate. We have Dave Filoni's Mandoverse film, and we have James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi film. Hopefully those all stay true to, coming to fruition.
Right. I mean, especially the Mangold one, that's the one I'm worried about.
Yeah. But with this announcement of slowing down and kind of reassessing things, time will tell what that means. I'm still hopeful that we'll still get all announced current projects, but I do say that with some hesitance.
Yeah, because we were pretty sure the last set of films were going to be coming to fruition, and then the Patty Jenkins ones just kind of disappeared.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys think about the writer's strike, about the actor's strike, and what you think about the current Ahsoka launch. If you think it'll be released as normal, or if they're... I mean, we're assuming, if the strike is still going on, we won't get any actors or anything really promoting. I'm sure they'll be promoting, but just not actively out in the world.
Well, I think it's already been filmed will be coming out, but nothing, because like the Haunted Mansion's Disney's next big thing, and they filmed a bunch of stuff for it already. That's kind of leaking on the YouTube right now, but we won't see anything new, like new interviews or anything.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching this very brief video here about what the current going-ons in the world of Hollywood and Star Wars. Please like and subscribe and tag a Star Wars fan that's in your life. Let them know about Blue Milk Latte, and we will see you next time. Thank you.